Hey everybody, it's Cap. So I'm here at the Delta Hiking Association, one of their trails. This is one of the ones I kind of prefer because it's easier for me to get to. And also I'll show you a cool trick here in a second that not a lot of people even will walk this trail during the day know about. But it's less than a mile for the first loop. And then with the second loop it equals to a little over a mile. About 1.2 miles to be precise, as you can see right there. But the thing I like about this trail, and we're going to have to make it quick because it's already about 8:30ish, a little after, is that if you press this button right here on the side of the little kiosk, it lights up the trail. So we're going to do just a quick little walk. I'll probably end this video when the lights go out at 9. And then I'll just walk back with my flashlight for myself. But until then, I'll take you guys with me. This is one of the nicer trails. As I said, the Trails Association has two other, or at least has another trail that they maintain, which is called Riverwalk. This one's nice because you got a little shack right here for cross-country skiing. And they actually maintain both these trails during the winter, so you can cross-country ski. The other nice thing about these trails, and which hopefully you saw on the map, is that these trails are pretty simple. So if you get tired or you can't do anymore, you can just cut through a loop and come back to the entrance. Another thing I really like about these trails, besides that, the loop and the maintaining it, is that, especially this trail, it is right off the, alright, readjusting. Alright, it is in one city block pretty much. Well, I mean, instead of building housing, they build a park. So if you get lost, all you gotta do is walk in a straight line and you will hit a road here. Because this is in the heart of downtown Delta. Now there's parts of this video that might get a little dark for a second. So bear with me. But it will get dark for a sec. And then it'll come back into the light. So I apologize for the darkness for the few parts you see. Some parts are a little bit darker than others. But for the most part, this trail is pretty well lit. As you can see right here. So another thing that we'll do, and we'll cover as well, is the Riverwalk Trail. Actually has two public use cabins right next to it. And the public use cabins are actually really nice because you can just go onto the state's website and rent them out. And a lot of times if you're in the woods, sometimes it's better than going back and going to a hotel. So if you want the rustic Alaska camping, especially during the winter, public use cabins are the way to go. And they are all over the state. In my previous video, I covered one that's no longer being used and one that burned down. So they are being maintained. It's just when they're gone, they're hard to build a new one, especially with funding. And the other one, I didn't say this in my other video. The other one that I showed in the video is a homestay cabin. Those are insanely hard to take care of. I know that from personal experience because the camp I volunteer at with the Scouts, those cabins were meant to be used for like 10 years, 20 years tops, and then just kind of abandoned and moved on. It's really hard to keep those cabins going and maintained. So the fact that public use cabin was kind of, falling apart because it was a homestay cabin is understandable. But it's kind of hard to see, but even to the right now we got some houses. Because as I said, we're just walking through a city block pretty much. It's a little bit more than a block, but it's kind of just one little area that was used for the park instead of housing, which is nice. The Park Association decided to take this up and take this to kind of preserve the wilderness. But once again, if you want a really good beginner's trail in Alaska, this is the way to go. It is raining out right now. It's going to be snowing really soon. But it's good to keep in mind that usually during this time is a good time for the Northern Lights. And I do highly recommend Delta Junction for the lights. Personally, I think Delta area is like one of the better ones because it's so open. You can go and hunt for them. A lot of tourists, a lot of other people will go to Fairbanks and they go, it's the capital, it's the capital. Well, they got Northern Lights too, but they also got a lot more houses and a lot more people. And out here, it's a lot easier to find an area, find a spot, stay there for an hour, 2 hours, and then move on. Let's see. There we go. But tonight, probably no lights, just because of the rain and the clouds and everything else. But I did plan on doing some more Northern Light shoots. I haven't done them this season for some reason. I just haven't got around to it. But I have been playing with video. I do plan on doing more photography, because photography will always be the main premise of Generic Alaskan Explorer. But hang on, I am trying to explore this video a little bit more, or doing more videos. Well, yeah, if there's an area you want to see, especially in the interior area of Alaska, let me know. I do plan on going to Kastner again. I try and go out there at least every 2 months at a minimum. But I personally prefer this trail just because, well, as I said, it's easy for me to get to. And also it's nice because I can go at 9 o'clock at night and it's lit. Another thing that I don't know if you can see on camera, you can see a little bit, is it's really smoky right now. Because you got a lot of people burning wood-burning stoves and also pellet stoves this time of year. And sometimes the smoke doesn't really leave. That's why Fairbanks gets a lot of health and breathing hazard warnings. But right now, the people around the park are burning, so there's smoke in this area. So it's giving kind of a smoky haze kind of feel. You can't smell it, but it smells nice and wood burning right now. But yeah, as I said, if there's something you want to see or information you want to know Alaska-wise, let me know. I have been asked about where to find good, merchandise and stuff and that sort of thing. Well, once again, if you go to Generic Alaska Explorer at smugglebuggy.com, yeah, shameless promotion, then I do sell on that site. Now, I don't really sell a lot of merchandise. That's mostly just pictures and prints and that kind of stuff of different photos. But the thing is too, is if you see it on the Facebook page and you don't see it on the Smugglebug page, message me and I will get it onto the Smugglebug page. It's just easier that way. I am also on Redbubble a little bit, but a lot of those photos you see on Redbubble are artified by family. They thought it'd be cool to kind of do the artifying kind of thing. And it is cool. It does look good. But during the summer at the visitor center, I do also sell t-shirts, mugs, hats, stickers, a lot of stickers. So if you're ever in Delta Junction in the summer, we should be selling this 2026 as well, unless something changes. But as of right now, yeah. I'm also going to continue this video, as I said before, as long as I can, until the lights go out. So once the lights go out, because they do go out at 9, I'll just call it quits and call it goodnight. But for some reason, people are really liking these longer videos, and I don't know quite why, but if you like it, you like it. As I said, I'm also working on this new gimbal I have, and it's acting up a little bit. So if it's a little shaky or a little jiggly, I apologize, but I'm slowly working with this thing and trying to get it fixed. And then you still got some mushrooms out this season. Don't know if you can really see it or not. But it's only a matter of time until it starts snowing. I haven't been out in Delta for a Halloween yet where there isn't already snow on the ground. So it's going to start snowing pretty good soon here. I would say probably within a week. We've already had some snow, but it hasn't stuck. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see some photos that I did near the Quartz Lake area for their first snowfall in September. I haven't put those on the for sale page yet, but I'm going to eventually. But yeah, that's the thing that I do instead of like the whole GoFundMe or Patreon or any of that stuff. I'm not really one of those people like, buy me a cup of coffee. No, just, if you like my art, buy my art. If you like what I have to see or show and you like the style, then buy the thing itself. I'd rather have the art be out here and people see it than just be like, yeah, give me funding so I can do more of it. Well, if you want more of it, buy it, so I'll make more of it. But, yeah. As I said, I'm making pretty good time right now. Hopefully I can make it through the part 1 of this trail before the lights go out. But we'll see. Eventually I'll do some more summer videos. Or I said summer videos, blah. I'll do some daytime videos when it snows. And also do some snowfall videos out here because it looks really cool. And in fact, I'm personally curious to see how bad or good this is going to be in dark without snow, because without the white like bouncing off, it might be really dark in this video and I might not be able to use it. But that's another cool thing about Delta Junction. So, Delta Junction is an unincorporated borough. What that means is kind of Delta Junction is an unofficial town. Like, it doesn't really actually exist. Just a bunch of people kind of showed up one day and started building. So, in Alaska, you'll get boroughs and you'll get junctions. Well, sorry, let me start first. You'll get junctions instead of towns. Junctions literally are connections between like two roads. In this case, the Richardson and the Alaska Highway. And where like in the lower 48, settlers originally built places and towns like based off of waterways. Well, these towns were built more off of like locations and like different, resting stops. And some of these towns are literally built by, hey, this is a connection between two roads, so we're going to go ahead and build a gas station here, and the town builds around the gas station. Now, there were roadhouses out here before, like Rika's Roadhouse, which I did a video on, and Sullivan Roadhouse, which was actually originally across the river, but they moved it over. And that itself is a huge, long story that I have covered in other videos. where they actually like tore apart the main house, and then by helicopter flew it into Delta Junction and rebuilt it. So if you want to watch that video, take a look. It's on my channel. Sorry, I'm a little nervous here. A lot of times I'll run into a moose lying on the path right around this area. But yeah, sorry, I'm hearing crunching, making sure it's not moose. Hello? So, fun fact, moose are pretty blind. So, making noise like this is usually good. Yeah, this is one of the nicer things too, is we got a nice little trail out here, and it is literally just me out here by myself. You saw the lights got turned on earlier. That was just me. The lights usually stay on for about an hour and a half, or until 9 o'clock. They will automatically shut off no matter what at 9. They also do some pretty cool events out here as well. Like for this trail, they'll do the they'll do a night hike where they'll get like ice lanterns with candles in them, and they'll light the whole trail. Turn the lights off, these lights off, and people from the community will come out and do the night hike. And there's also the first hike, which happens on the very first of the year, on New Year's Day. And at the other trail, they did this one too, but they usually do it at the other trailhead. And everyone will come out New Year's Day and hike officially hike for the first day of the year, which the temperature is usually in like the negatives, like -10, -30. So yeah, that's the thing about up here in Alaska. If you don't get out, you're not going to get out. If you're waiting for perfect weather, then you'll never leave your house. So up here in the interior, it's going to be way too cold most of the year. Of course, we get our summer, but it gets dark and it gets cold. So enjoy it. Still go out, still do stuff. And when I lived in Juneau, it's going to be rainy in Juneau. Like no matter what you go, what you do, it's going to be rainy in Juneau. So you can either stay in your house or get out and have fun. I choose to still get out and have fun. Let's see how long we got. Alright, so this video has been about 18 minutes. So this is the second part right over here. But tonight we're just going to cut it close, or cut it short, because I want to get this video done before the lights go out. So we're just going to cut through here and only do about 75% of a mile today. And this is where the other part lets out usually. Pick that up. Drop my flashlight. And there we go. So if you look right here, we locked part number 1, and we have not done number 2. We just did number 1 today. So once again, we're out here at Delta Junction, and hope you enjoyed. And until next time, this is Cap, and like always, laters.